I'd like you to meet Bethany Oliver.
Hello,
She's
Bethany.
Hi, how are you?
The director here at Small Friends.
It's good to meet you.
You too, thanks for coming. I'm the executive director of Small Friends. I have been for about 4 years now. Yep, before that I taught preschool for us for a few years.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from New Bedford, and I've been on Nantucket for about 8 years.
Okay, well, fantastic.
Yeah.
So you're going to show us around a little bit,
I'm going to show you our building.
Can't believe it. Must be exciting for you.
It's extremely exciting.
Yeah.
We've been in a space behind the hospital for about 20 years, and then several years ago we outgrew that space and we had leased a space from the Housing Authority, and then about four years ago we moved into a temporary facility here on our own property. It's that little house in the back of the property there.
Yeah.
And so this is the front door.
Yeah? Oh, so this will be the front door.
This will be the front door. Come on in.
Going from the little place behind the hospital to this?
Absolutely. This has been a lot of hard work by a lot of people. Our board has been working on raising money for the land years ago and now raising money to build this building. And we have an amazing architect and amazing construction company working on it for us. So it's taking a lot of people to make this happen. Hi. Wow. And he's up and working on our cupola, and this is actually one of our green features. The windows at the top are operational. They'll be mechanized. So it has sort of a chimney effect, drawing the hot air up and out of the building, so it reduces the need for air conditioning. Yep. So at night we'll open the windows, let the hot air out, and the building will cool off, and then during the day we'll close the windows and keep the cool air in.
What about heat?
We're having propane heat.
Is it radiant?
Yep, it's radiant heat in the floor.
Good. That's what I did, isn't it?
Yep.
Very effective.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is kind of our common space. This is where we can have gross motor, like indoor activities. When it's raining, the kids can play in here when they can't get outside. We have a lot of special enrichment opportunities for the kids. So we have a movement specialist who comes in, so she'll be able to use this big space to do movement. And our music person that comes in will be able to do that here. And also, when we do workshops for the teachers and different things like that, we'll be able to have presenters come in and use this space. And this area over here is actually, it's going to have a dual purpose. It's a conference room for meetings and parent conferences and things, but it also is going to be up a step, and it has accordion doors, so it's going to double as a stage. So the preschool kids will be able to do their little dramatic presentations, and parents will be able to come watch in the community. So it'll be a great thing, which is something we haven't had any sort of space like that before. And this is our pre-K room. So this is our oldest group of children that come full day. They are 3 and 4 and 5 just until they are ready for kindergarten. It's beautiful windows and this beautiful view of outside and beautiful lighting, and there's a door that opens to what will be their playground out here. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
This room here, it looks like people are really busy, but I'll just tell you briefly that we're going to be starting an after-school program for kindergarten children in this space. So that'll be brand new for us in September. We haven't done that sort of program before.
An after-school program?
Yep, for kindergarteners. So kids who've graduated from Small Friends and are just starting kindergarten will be able to come at 2:15 after school and spend a few hours here before they go home for the day. And this is another preschool classroom. This is our younger preschoolers, about 2 years and 9 months, 3 years old. There'll be a group of 10 in this room.
Now, do you have any affiliation with the new school at all?
No, we're just good neighbors.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So that's kind of convenient, right?
Yeah.
But don't they offer the same kind of things that you do?
Well, they're pre-K through 8th grade, so we have just the 1 year of overlap between the two programs.
Okay. All right.
We've kind of decided to go in the rapidly renewable direction in the LEED certification process. So we're using a lot of materials that are rapidly renewable. The floors at all the classrooms here will be linoleum, which is actually from the flax plant, which I never knew until I started this process. So it's obviously extremely renewable. In the main great room that we were in, the floor there will be bamboo. Our doors, classroom doors, are made out of a composite product that's made out of compressed wheat, and the paneling in the great room is made out of a composite made from the husks from sunflower seeds, the black part of a sunflower seed. So we have a lot of neat materials being used like that. The tiles in the bathrooms and in the kitchen are made out of recycled glass. So a lot of really innovative products that we're using.
Now, was this something who came up with the idea of making it green?
Our board has been, getting ready to undertake this project for several years, and one of our board members heard about grants that were being offered specifically for building green and for if you were requesting LEED certification. So it was her original idea to start this process, and the board voted unanimously that if we were going to build an educational facility on Nantucket, and it was 2007 at that time, that it absolutely had to be green, and there was really no other responsible way to do it.
I give you credit for being the first, or one of the first, to do it, because I think a lot of people know how expensive it is, and until somebody actually does it and puts the money into it, the price will start to come down. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But at this point, it is costing quite a bit more.
There's no question that there's an initial upfront definitely added expense, but over time it's going to definitely pay for itself. We'll have solar panels on the roof that's going to completely pay our electric bills. Our architects projected we'll have a $14 a month electric bill. So, and this is our commercial kitchen and recycling room, and the recycling room is another LEED requirement.
Oh yeah.
So it's a LEED requirement that we have adequate space to deal with that. One of the interesting things is that one of the staff bathrooms is going to have a shower, and that's another part of the LEED requirement, is that we have to provide reasonable, ability to use alternate transportation. So we're right on the bike route, and we'll have bike racks and a shower so that people can, bike to work and take a shower and start their day. Yeah, and this is our baby room.
Okay. How many babies can you handle?
We'll have 7 in this room.
7?
Yeah.
Now, do you have is everything ready? I mean, do you have all the 7 babies?
We have a very extensive wait list for babies.
You do?
We do.
Okay.
We do. We're the only center-based program on the island that takes infants and toddlers. So in the under 2 category, we have a wait list. But I think the important thing is for people to just, as soon as they possibly can, with as much notice, to come, visit the school and to go on the wait list if they're interested in infant and toddler care. The next age group, they're our youngest toddlers, and we'll have 9 children in here, 3 babies, and 6 toddling people.
Yeah, okay. Great.
Yeah. And then each classroom has a door that opens up, and the infants and the younger kids will have their own playground on this side of the building that's separate from the playground that the older kids have. And this is our older toddler room. So this will have 9 2-year-olds and 2 teachers. Well, we run all year. We're open year round, and our day is from 7:45 to 5:15. So we try to be available for working parents.
That is a long time. Is that? I want to ask you though. Is that encouraged though? I mean, it seems like the kids should maybe spend a little more time with their parents, if possible.
Well, I think a lot of things would be different in an ideal world.
Right.
But I think that a lot of people really have very little option in terms of how much they have to work. And on Nantucket especially, people are often working more than one job, and especially single parents.
Yes.
So, the reason that we chose those hours to be open is so that we can be accessible to a wider range of people, people who work more like 8 to 4 and people who work more like 9 to 5, so that we can, sort of encompass all those different types of schedules. But
What about full-time, part-time? Any part-time?
We do just some mornings or just afternoons.
Oh, okay. And what's the morning like? From what time?
7:45 to 12:45.
12:45.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think that's our last classroom. Out this way. These will be the glass doors, and on the other side as well. And this will open to our outdoor classroom, where we'll have like a little garden for the kids to work in and to grow some vegetables, and just generally learn about the outdoors. To the front of the property, we'll have a little nature area with some native plants and also a little pond that we hope to put turtles and frogs and that sort of thing. And actually we'll have underground collection for drain off from the driveway and the parking area. The water will drain into an underground collection, and that will feed the pond, and it will also irrigate. We'll have very minimal irrigation because we're going to be using all native plants, but it will irrigate our yard.
Wow. This is great. This is like a dream come true.
It really is. It really is like a dream. Yeah. Every time I come out here, I just cannot believe it's really here. And our construction company is so amazing, and it's just, everything is right on schedule, and they've been moving right along, and it just seems to just come up overnight.
It's amazing. What a project, huh?
It's a perfect name, Small Friends Building Dreams.
You got it.
Yeah.
It really is. Now, we've got to raise a little money. Is that kind of what needs to happen?
We're at the end of our campaign, and I think anyone who's ever undertaken this kind of campaign knows that the last part is the hardest part.
Yeah.
And right now we have a very generous matching grant in place. When we reach the $3 million mark, we're going to get a $500,000 matching grant from a very generous anonymous foundation. And right now we're about $300,000 away from hitting the $3 million mark, at which time we'll get the $500,000, and then our building will be paid for. Because our building is costing us a little bit over $3 million. So right now we're really trying very hard to do that last push for that last little bit of money, and we're seeking small and large donations and also in-kind donations.
Sure.
That we talked about earlier, and if
The
people,
smart car is one of the ideas of
yes,
doing
because that again, it's like for every dollar that we raise, it's like $2.
Yeah.
So which
Yeah.
is really
Yeah.
fabulous. And again, the community, we all know there's a lot of nonprofits here,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of wonderful things to give to. So we really understand, that well can become dry at
Sure,
some
of
point.
course.
But we really, really, really appreciate what everybody has given to us, and hopefully will continue to give to us. So,
Yeah, and Small Friends is a very important part of the Nantucket community, providing year-round infant and toddler and preschool care, full day like we talked about. And we've definitely gotten a lot of positive support from the community in the past, and we very much appreciate everything that we've been given so far to make this possible.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful
Thanks for
building.
coming.
You
no,
bet.
thank you, Gino. It's been great. We really appreciate this. So,
Yeah.
yeah, thanks.